morning, everybody. This is AJ of the Mighty Glue Stick. Nice to see you. Okay, so this is a video response to Juice. Boy, I seem to be having a week for video responses, don't I? On game preparation, which is a great topic, and I just wanted to cover a couple of salient points. First of all, I'm a very improvisational DM. My greatest flaw as a DM is I tend to talk when I don't need to, or talk over players, or get things moving along when they don't really need to. I it's a flaw of mine that I'm working on. So forgive me, guys, if I ever talk over top of you or something like that. Just give me a slap and or point it out during the game. I'll appreciate it. It's something that I think maybe may like in a one-shot game, you've got some time constraints, and sometimes you need to move the story along to the next scene in order to get a completion there. Otherwise, you just basically run out of time to have the big boss fight at the end, sort of thing. In campaign play, you don't need to rush anything along. You can just sit in the same room and roleplay for the entire night if you want to. And I do agree that in cases like that, the players are far more important to the game, to everybody's entertainment, than the DM is. The DM basically is just providing the backdrop, which is as important as the background in, I don't know, a talk show. Nobody really pays much attention to it. It's the characters that carry the show. It's the characters that bring the scene to life, that make it interactive. Excuse me. Okay, so things that I use is the recorded game itself are my DM notes. So during the game, I'll try and write down character names and things like that as I go. But I find it vitally important to have a recording of the game. This is why I broadcast games when I play, or one reason why I do, or one major benefit that I've found from doing this is that I can go back, watch it again, and pick up all of the items that I've given out, all of the NPCs that they've met, the course and order of events, the time that things happened, little subtle things that I missed during the original game because I was concentrating on something else. Lots and lots of stuff, lots and lots of benefits from having a recorded game. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm just saying that it's a vital for me as an improvisational DM to have that record of things. Otherwise, I have to find time to write down notes of everything that I come up with as I play, and it can end up like just a nightmare spider scroll all over the page where things are just all over the place. Other things I use during play is an initiative tracker on the one side here, and I use just a basic note sheet for all the different monsters and things that they encounter during the game, just so I've got something to scribble down that's reasonably organized and pretty to look at. And also on the back of this is just a blank sheet so I can write down NPC names and all that sort of stuff as I go. Yeah, so my games are entirely sandbox. I may have an underlying theme, such as zombie apocalypse or alien invasion or incursion from the far realm, or somebody's possessed or something like that, and that is tempering the events that happen when the players allow those events to happen. When they walk into the scene, it's stuff which is in motion that they can notice and interact with if they wish, and things go on in the background around them. So it's almost like in a game where you walk into a room and then the action starts happening. So it's kind of frozen and static to let the players do all of their stuff without any pressure on them, and less pressure, time constraints and things become something fun and exciting and generating of momentum in the game. So yeah, and in which case during a live game you can just actually put a time constraint on things. Say, okay, we've got 10 minutes starting from now, and then the players are like, right, shit, things need to happen. Props and things like that you don't really need for online games. I build a lot of props for my tabletop games, as my players well know, and anybody who's watched my channel will know I use lots and lots of printed out material that I give a 3D sort of nature to by propping it up with cardboard and things. And I have a great deal of miniatures, as you can see, all around me. There's miniatures just all over the place. I have tons of them. I also do sculpting and things like that as well, and make my own miniatures, and yeah, that's a great joy to me. I am a sculptor, as well as having a regular job. And for my tabletop games, again, I don't put in a lot of preparation time at all. I really just riff off what everybody's doing. the majority of my preparation happens well and truly before the game ever starts, and that is building the world. So I build the sandbox, and then the players build characters and bring that sandbox to life. That's pretty much what I do. I use a recorded medium to keep track of everything that's happened, and I also make notes as I go, generally not beforehand, unless I'm making a list of I make a lot of random roll lists and things like that just to make it very easy if I'm stuck for anything at any point to roll on a table, come up with a medieval sounding name or a dragon's name or the name of an item or something like that. That's exciting. So I'll keep lists of things just in case I need them. Yeah. So at the table, I definitely think it's very important to have very good players there with you. I've had the great privilege, I mean, seriously, it's a great honor over the last year and a bit to play with some of the best players I've ever seen. And they, as a result of having all these great games with these guys, we are friends. And that's just the nature of what we do and why this community is so great. There's been some talk recently that if we have problems with certain individuals in the past, that we should build up the community in spite of the people who would tear it down. And I agree with this, I really do. And I honestly, I have let a lot of things drop because the community is more important than any one individual. Um, and I will always support and respond to anybody who asks for help or input or contributions and things like that. And there is, as a result, there's lots of very good people who have arrived on the scene, who are building up their channels, who are releasing great content. And I don't think we've seen the peak. I don't think we've seen the end of it by far. I think we're in the just baby steps, the dawn of a new age of role playing online and using technology and stuff to connect with each other. And it's only going to get better and better. As we can see, a lot of the gaming companies are adapting to suit. For instance, Wizards of the Coast didn't even have a lot of interactive sort of stuff at Gen Con this year because they realized that that's not actually beneficial to what they do. The growth of their hobby is through us role-playing online and spreading words and stuff and doing things on a digital way. And networking. Networking is very important. And the experience of sitting down and playing a game with your friends for a few hours can't be replicated in a convention environment exactly like it is, which I think is a fantastic realization on their part. They have gone into this in a very thoughtful way, I think, and which is the reason why it's working so well. They really do consider the living game. And the actual community that plays it. And as a result, they have been very surprised because of the interaction that they've provoked. They're opening whole demographics and markets that they never even knew existed. They always thought that people who played MMOs and stuff were untouchable, that wouldn't be interested in playing tabletop games. But it turns out they very much are. So yeah, that's sort of going off topic a bit, and I'm sorry for rambling. I just want to make a shout out to Juve and Sean Vigari and Andrew Knapp, Juice, Matt Click, Chepe, Nelson, all the guys that I interact on the regular. Also Red Dice Diaries and Alex Gillot and Ander Wood and Arthur Charles and my man Arthur Kadawa and Locrius and Rose and just the cute DM and the Rogue DM and all the fantastic ladies who are part of the community, all the guys who just are putting out the best content. I stand just. It's so great to know you guys and to listen to your content on a daily basis. Yeah, so much different from back in the 80s when the hobby looked like it was almost dead, and now it's just how do I keep up with the amount of interaction and content that's pouring out every day. It's fantastic. As a improvisational guy, the ability to watch other people's games and feed off their ideas on a constant daily basis, man, there's no way I could be out of an idea for a game these days. It's just there's an abundance. We live in an age of abundance. All of the Reaper miniatures, all of the 3D printing and stuff like that. Arthur Godawa does a lot of 3D printing of digital designs of monsters and miniatures and things. So he will be able to tell you that it's still in its infancy, this whole technology of being able to print stuff out. Like I foresee not too long from now where we will be able to print out hardbound books and things like that, 3D printed books even maybe. So that will revolutionize things as well, and the ability to connect virtually, and to a degree that would alarm us these days. I mean, yeah, very much the dawn of a new age of interactive role playing, from tables to desktops to VR sets and beyond, to the point where we're all content creators and consumers, and everyone has agency, equal agency. Yeah, I foresee that for sure, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm ready, even though it's going to rattle my cage a little bit, I think. But I'm always open to possibilities, and I'm always open to running a game for my friends if time permits. We just need to make more time now, and I think we will be complete. So yeah, thanks Juice for the good topic, and getting us out of that last one. I think that's been pretty much talked to death now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to making some more videos for everybody. Monster videos seems to be my niche now, so I'm happy with that. It's good to have something that you do well. And I'm going to be making some more of those pretty much immediately today, and a few more this weekend, since it's a long weekend for me, thanks to some stuff being upgraded at work. I've got some time off. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned as I continue to sculpt the Cthulhu for my subscriber competition. Thank you very much for everybody's fantastic responses to my last video. I know it's not exactly the regular tone, but my video response videos are very much just me talking. So occasionally you'll get me swearing and carrying on and ranting and stuff. Yeah, forgive me if it's not my usual tone, but I kind of signposted that it's not going to be. My monster videos will continue forever, and you can look forward to more of those. At the moment, I'm covering Undead. If you're enjoying that, subscribe to watch more, and yeah, go on the chance to win a large Cthulhu sculpted by me for free. Thanks for watching.